With him a minute ago, and let's hear from Brian Sobel again.
Brian, good morning to you. You just watched the press conference along with the rest of us here. I wanted to ask you, the one thing that stuck out to me, Lisa Bloom, the attorney here, and Lana Drews, the accuser, holding this press conference, but they had not yet officially filed a police report. Did that series of events, the way this has gone about, seem unusual to you at all?
In the sense that so much of what we witness now ends up on radio, television, social media, sometimes out ahead of what might have been protocol in the old days, which would have been going to the sheriff's department, police department, whatever the jurisdiction is, where she is located, and then on to the DA. But you know, it's a new world in that regard, Andre. So the media conference was painful to watch. It's a sad thing that happened to the accuser, and you know, this is not what makes politics something that people can embrace and want to follow.
The justice system, when she, my mic's not on. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So okay. Garcia, I'll let you go next here while we wait on Sal to get that microphone situation.
Sure. I was going to say, you know, the account that we heard allegedly happened back in 2018. If we roll back the calendar, 2018 was a very big year for Eric Swalwell. You know, she mentioned that she knew his wife was pregnant. The birth of their second child happened in 2018. He won re-election very easily to a fourth term there in the 15th district. 2018 was also Swalwell's, you know, quick rise when it comes to the national political scene. He was on a lot of cable talk shows, that sort of thing. How do you think people in the 15th district and outside of it will sort of square the woman's account with what we know of Swalwell at that time?
In any situation politically, people know the candidate. They know the people around the candidate. If they believe that the candidate, or in this case, Eric Swalwell, was and is innocent, they will have to reconcile it. But the problem for Eric Swalwell is now you have multiple women coming forward and sharing the same story, essentially. And that is important because what we have to remember in this is it's not so much who he knew and when he did things, it's the drugs and the rape. And what you heard from this accuser, that puts us into another category entirely. It's one of these things where this is the Eric Swalwell that many people maybe didn't know. But there's always circulating rumors about political types, and so you know, that was probably true for Eric Swalwell as well.
You know, Garcia had an interview earlier where she spoke to the journalist who helped break this story, and something that caught my attention was he said, and we were talking about this, Andre, this was known to certain people who, I mean, this just didn't come out of the blue. A lot of people were whispering about it, but it wasn't widely known. But, you know, in political circles, this thing was talked about. What caused it to go over the edge? And I know you asked that question of the Chronicle journalist who broke the story. It just like, it's amazing how this just kind of, over the last 3 days, just exploded.
Sal, you're right. And, you know, some have said maybe it's the timing of his run for governor, that people were sitting on information. But these women had been talking for a long time to other people. And people in and around Eric Swalwell were aware of some of these things. Why it didn't surface before is maybe the mystery. And why it surfaced now in the middle of a race for governor is another issue. It quite possibly could have been generated either by the women who felt like, hey, I cannot see this guy going on and becoming governor of California, or other things were at play. At the end of the day, they have horrible stories to tell, and Eric Swalwell in 3 days imploded.
Eric Fudali, one of the attorneys representing this woman here, did mention collective empowerment, in which one person comes forward and it gives the other people who may have been victimized, allegedly here in this case, the reason to come forward here. But I do want to talk about the fact that, you're a political follower here. We have Swalwell. He was in the lead slightly here recently in the gubernatorial race. We also had, Brian, the fact that there are so many Democrats running that they could create a big problem. And now we have this flood of information coming out just all at one time, leading to the political, toppling of Eric Swalwell. We only have a few seconds left here. Can you just respond to that?
Yes, it reshuffles the gubernatorial card deck, and on the Democrat side, it gives some of these other candidates an opportunity, perhaps, Andre, to be able to tell their story now that Eric Swalwell, who was one of the leaders, is out of the way.
All right. We'll have to leave it here, but we're going to pick things right back up on the Fox Local stream. It's a quick download, the Fox Local app. We'll keep Brian.